I'm very excited today because we're bringing you yet another special African recipe, and this will be cooked by no other than Vanakuluwupe. You can guess what we are cooking today. We are cooking fish, and as you can see, I'm dressed in chitenge. Today I'm not wearing an apron. Traditional African attire, we wear chitenges while I am cooking. And very quickly, the ingredients that we need, as you can see, we have our fresh fish here, fresh fish, and this is the pot or the saucepan where we are going to cook our fish. We need tomatoes here, onions, salt, there is our salt, and some water. And just to remind you again, this is the Senior Citizens Corner, so we are cooking the fish in the traditional way. In the African tradition or Zambian tradition, we don't add a lot of spices, colorants, and so forth, but the food always tastes nice. So I'll hand over to Vanakuluwupe to give us more details about how to prepare the fish before we cook.
Here we begin cooking our fish. We normally cut fish in halves because when you have a big family, it is cumbersome to start sharing cooked fish. So we make sure we make pieces that will be able to be taken by a person.
Let's talk about the scaling of the fish and then the opening of the fish.
We took the fish and took out the scales. I was one time shocked. I told my friend to cut the fish for me, but I took it for granted that this friend of mine knows what should be done to the fish before cooking. He just took as it was and put in the pot with scales and what. I was very shocked when I looked at it. So we begin by taking off the scales.
Yes.
After that, we open the fish to take out the bowels which are not needed in our eating. We clean the fish inside. If the fish is straight from the river, we don't take out the gills. But
straight from the river, we don't take out the gills, okay?
But when it has been kept in the fridge, we normally take these gills out.
Okay.
They make the fish taste clear.
Okay.
And in Bemba we say, when the fish is getting rotten, it starts with the head.
What about is it the filaments? Do we take them out or do we just leave them on the fish?
We started taking them out when we began copying from our friends.
In the modern society?
In the modern society. But normally, we kept these gills because they gave taste to the fish.
Okay.
And at the same time, they gave us some fat,
okay,
which we shall use to fry the fish.
We are now coming to the next step, and Vanakuluwupe is explaining. What do we do next, Mom?
Next step, I take my pot, which has been cleaned, as you can see.
Yes.
Then I begin taking the pieces, one by one. Put them down.
In the pot?
In the pot.
Yes.
Making sure that they are properly put so that I don't feel uncomfortable.
I notice you have put the heads first.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I want the bones to be soft too.
So we put the heads first down so that the bones can get soft. They are closer to the bottom of the pot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Then I put the rest of the fish properly.
Like that. So we have put the fish in the pot.
Then I take the water.
The water which remained after washing the fish. Yes.
Inside.
When you pour it in the pot.
I need it to maintain the
flavor.
the flavor of the fish.
Okay, got
Then
that.
I take the pot, I put it on my imbabula,
On your brazier.
on my brazier.
So we are not adding salt, we are not adding water.
I'm adding.
Okay. Maybe I move the brazier closer.
I need it near. Okay. Then I put the pot there. I take the salt. If you look at the fish, how many teaspoons do I need? I assess that I will take. It is better not to put too much because you can always add, but you cannot take out.
Okay.
When you are cooking, you can always add more salt, but you cannot take out when it is too much. So I just get half teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon. Then you sprinkle.
I put there.
Okay.
See? Next, I take this water here,
Which water?
which was on the fire, this hot water.
Okay. So I give you the water.
This is very heavy for me, the pan.
It can help. Okay, this water, you can see it is warm water. So how much are we putting?
All of it.
All of it. And this is how, in terms of measurements, let me measure.
It should be 2 cups, according to the amount of fish.
Okay, this is
We add more.
This is about 2 cups.
No, we add more.
We need to add more. Okay, we will add about 2 cups. I pour it over like this.
Okay, all over.
About 2 cups.
I need more water.
Okay, we need more water. So we continue with our cooking. I have a question for Banakulubupe. There are some people who put sticks. Traditionally, they put sticks down when they are cooking, and others, I believe, they use banana leaves. So when do you do that? Because I've noticed that here we have not put anything down
The
on
bottom
base.
of the one.
Yes.
Yes, that is done. When you don't want the fish, especially when you are cooking on a pot which is thin,
Okay.
where the fire almost is, the pot is so
hot, yes,
that the relish is cooking at the same time getting burnt.
at a fast rate. So it depends
to
upon.
protect it
yes.
from getting burnt, they get banana leaf, hang it over the fire. When it becomes soft, they put it, after cleaning it, they put it at the bottom of the pot.
Okay, banana leaves. What
Yes,
else?
then they put fish on top of banana leaves.
Okay, to prevent
Or
it from burning.
They take sticks.
What type of sticks?
Normally the sticks they use is from a giant grass.
Okay.
They put them across the pot and
Like the one they use for thatching a roof.
yes, no,
Okay.
it's not searching the roof. Searching it is
Okay, thatching the roof or smaller shelters. Okay.
that giant grass which is thick. You put it across the pot, then you put the pieces of the fish on top. Then you put the water and you let it cook.
Okay. So we can continue. What is next?
We want our water to be level with the fish.
Okay. To cover the fish. So the water, the fish should be kind of immersed in
the water.
Okay.
We have already put the salt. Now we are getting the lid and cover it.
Cover. We cook for how long?
It will speak itself.
Okay, traditionally, time sometimes is not usually the issue, but I'm going to time the fish and I'll tell you how many minutes it takes. We continue with our traditional cooking. As you know, we are cooking fresh fish. usually referred to as bream in Zambia. We boil the fish for about 40 minutes. Vanakulugupe, what is next?
The next step, we take out this water, put it in this pot.
Okay, we have a pot prepared here on the side. We have a pot prepared
Put it
here.
down there.
I put the pot down, and then this is a special method. Sorry, Vanakulugupe. The lid is hot.
The lid is hot.
Okay.
And you sort of protect the fish.
So I can see a trick here. You need to get a lid which is smaller than the pot so that it's able to go down to hold the fish. If you can see that. As you can see.
Take out the water.
So I'm supposed to take out the water.
Put in that pot.
And put in this small saucepan. So here we go. I'm not an expert here. So anyway, I have an expert next to me. So like that. All of it. I hope you people can see the trick we are using here. We don't want the fish to disintegrate. So this is the trick that we use. And Mom says all the water.
Now you can leave that one.
I can leave just a little bit. I put it back?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to remove this lid?
Yes, so that we watch it now.
Okay.
Hey, the water is still plenty.
Still quite a lot of water, so I need to remove more water. Okay, I'm still removing the water. We'll get back. So as you can see, we have removed the water from the fish. As you saw, this fish the water covered all the fish, so we have taken it out, and we've left just a little bit
more fire.
Okay, just a little bit water, and you have to make sure that you do not break the fish. You need skill here. So Mom says we should put it here where there is more heat. So we have moved the fish. So how long are we going to cook this?
Until the water begins saying bye-bye.
We are going to cook it until the water evaporates. You are going to hear that sound, the shish sound, when the water completely evaporates. So we'll keep on cooking. We are still cooking. What is the next step, Vanakulugupe? I can see that all the water, just a minute, all the water has evaporated, and I can see some brown down there. I'm not seeing any oil, but what is next?
Next thing, I put another little water to cover the bottom only, and let it cook. It will speak its language according to the cooking of this fish. This looks as if there is no oil, but there is oil from the fat.
Yes, there's a bit of oil.
If you look carefully, you can see.
Yes, I can see. There's a bit of oil.
So that is going to do the trick. The soup will start changing into brown. And this pan, I will put tomatoes.
So we also get a little bit of that soup and put it on the pan, and we are going to
add onion and tomato.
We are going to cook the onion and tomatoes. Yeah, no oil again, people.
No, the oil is the one which
the
is
oil is already
from
in
the fish.
Okay.
There is some fishes which are very big, found inside the walls of the stomach.
Yes.
But in this case, the fish was done before we were there to stop them from
removing the oil. Okay. So do we go ahead with the tomatoes and onions?
Yes.
Okay. So here we go.
Not all of it.
Yes.
Just
you.
half.
You can put as much as you wish to put. This one I can throw it in the garden. So again, we are not putting a lot of onion because we don't want
We don't want the flavor of the onion to surpass
to
the
overpower
flavor
the flavor of the fish. Okay,
that's
so
enough.
yeah, this is like one small onion. Okay, then we let it cook. I think we need a mixing spoon. Let me bring one. I've brought you a mixing spoon.
Now I'm waiting for the onion to cook a little bit.
So we put in the onion and we allow the onion to boil a little bit so that the flavor of the onion comes out.
African cooking is difficult because it depends upon the language of the charcoal. Some charcoal burns so nicely that you don't have to worry. But certain types, the firewood is very slow, doesn't go according to your desire. Okay. So you have to be patient to match the type of the fire that is before you. I'm saying our fish, the water which we had put is completely finished. Okay. And the bottom has begun turning brown.
Okay, the browning process has started.
Then we begin, we put some more. Again, just to cover the bottom. You will see when it starts boiling, the color of the water we have put there will soon begin changing.
African cooking takes time, so you have to occupy yourself with other things. So I've decided to wash my pots in my outdoor kitchen. I've just finished washing my pots here and I'm washing some plates in my big dish here. So I'm occupying myself while I'm waiting for the fish to cook. And I'm enjoying myself because it reminds me of the good old days.
We have fried the onion into that water which we put there.
No oil.
No oil. The oil is coming from the fish.
Yes.
Then the water which we put here is finished. We have added some more water.
Okay.
And the soup has begun changing from white to brown.
So we are browning the broth of the soup, and this is the third time we are adding water. So traditional cooking, you have to be patient, take your time. Is the onion ready? Are we adding tomatoes now?
Now we are adding
tomatoes. So there we go. Just enough, not too much, as I heard. And the liquid from the tomatoes. Okay. Mom said that the amount of heat is a bit low because the type of charcoal that we are using, it doesn't blaze very much, but that is all part of the lesson. Sometimes you've got very good charcoal and you're able to cook quickly. Sometimes the charcoal or the firewood is not so good, but we are cooking and patience pays. So we continue cooking.
We have reached the last part of our fish. I take the remaining water which we took from the fish and put where we have put onion and tomato and mix it thoroughly.
We are on the last bit. Okay, so that's the last bit of the water. So you can see that we added tomatoes to the onion and then we are mixing.
Then we leave it to cook in order that the onion and the tomato, they speak one language, they become one.
The flavors blend together. Okay. I want to ask a question. What about, do we add any spices like curry or anything?
If you have curry, you can add, but in the villages, we never had curry, except those who were near the town. Okay. But in the typical villages, we just cooked this.
And what about chili powder?
Piri came very late.
Oh, it also came later.
It came later like curry powder.
Okay.
For those who are coming from the copper belt.
Okay, those coming from the mines. Yes.
But we indigenous people there, we didn't even know that there was such a thing. Now take this water, put it over there.
Okay, now we believe the flavors are blended. So I'm now going to pour this liquid into the fish. How do I pour it?
Just go around.
I go round. Right, round like this. Okay.
Now this what we have done was done by people who at the time. But most of the people were just cutting tomatoes and the onion and put it on top of the fish. Put it through water which to the level of the fish, not above, the same level as the fish.
Okay, so when you are in a hurry, you skip this step. You just put the tomatoes and the onions straight.
Yes.
Okay.
Over the fish.
Yes.
And then you put water to the level of the fish.
Okay, just to
Not
cover
above.
the fish.
No.
Okay. Okay, some leftovers there. We cover. Okay. And then we are going to simmer for how long? Or we are going to cook for how long?
In fact, to us, we don't say how long or what. We watch. The soup itself will speak that it is ready now or not. But this timing has just become now. Our timing was the appearance of the soup which we have put there. As it blended properly with the soup which was there before. As it become one.
Okay, so what we do is at this point you do more of observation. You have to really look at the fish. And as Mom said, you look at the fish and see how it is blending with the soup that you just put in. And in terms of timing, we can always time that later and we can let you know. So we cook slowly, and as the fish begins to change, we will come back to you. Finally come to the end of our cooking lesson. As you can see, our fish there, it looks nice and lovely, and the soup is not whitish. This is a very important telltale sign, the color of the soup. If the soup is whitish, it means you do not know how to cook fish. So we have shown you the trick. Banakulubupe, do you have any more comments on the final outcome?
The comment is, you notice that the tomato does not disappear. Our ladies used to feel very proud that they have cooked the relish and added the tomatoes. So these tomatoes is always kept on top of the fish. Even when they are putting in the dish to take to the table, they make sure that tomatoes and onion is appearing.
Oh, okay. So there's the last bit, the testing bit, but today we are not going to let you join us in the testing because as you can see, it's almost getting dark, or it's actually become dark. So there is your outcome. This is how you cook fresh fish, which we call bream, the traditional way. Just look at the soup, nice and brown. That is the telltale sign, and it's thick. You can see the soup is thick, it's not watery. That is how you cook your fish. So until next time, from me and Banakulubupe, it is bye.
Bye.
And thanks for watching.